Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy DT3, man, and I'm back at you with another video, man. New media, notification gang, God Squad. It's what it is, man. Look, check this out, man. Look, this shit right here, bro, is why your boy DT3 keeps himself active when it comes to this YouTube boxing shit. Because it's shit like this that gets put out and go viral. I want to send a special shout out to not just boxing, but because that's who I'm using. That's the post that I'm using. So I want to use this post to prove a point. And a lot of y'all get upset when a nigga calls shit out for what it is instead of what you want to believe. Your perception of reality don't change reality. Now, this post is about Floyd Mayweather obviously, supposedly, checking a reporter about him being the best of all time. Right? Now, Floyd, we talking boxing. Before I even go into your video and all this stuff, well, before I go into what you said in this video, this is about boxing. This ain't about you and just you. This about the whole conglomerate sport that we know and love, that is boxing, okay? All right? So that means, like in all sports, there is more than one record that can be broken or that tends to be broken in all sports, not just boxing, okay? So I just want to be clear. Before I even let you hear what this dumb fuck had to say pertaining to him being the greatest of all time and the reasons that he used. And I'm finna rip you the fuck up, Floyd. And before I go in, I do not argue that you are arguably one of the best to ever do it. You are the best that was in the generation that I came from. I don't take none of that away from you. None of it. Even the one record that you broke. I don't take none of that shit away from you, my nigga. But when you say shit that I'm finna show the world that you said, it comes a time and place where a nigga like me gotta keep it real with a G, bro. Okay? All right.
You're backed by arguably one of the greatest of all time, right?
What are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we want to know, in the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights, 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that
The greatest of all.
You ain't the greatest of all goddamn time. Okay? What you do have that cannot be argued is the gate. We can't argue the gate, the money, and all that. But guess what, Floyd? You making money is not in the boxing records. You might have it on some sports shit, but we talking boxing, cuz. When it comes to boxing, there is no record for the most accurate guy, bro. That'll be some shit they just pull out their ass nowadays, bro. But I looked up actual, real boxing records, my nigga. And Floyd, the only thing you got on this list is one. Okay? I want to say a special shout out to Blood Boxing. I want us to do a live pertaining to these records in particular. Just the records I'm finna go over. But I'm finna shit on this nigga Floyd Mayweather for saying that dumb shit today. Okay? Alright, so, oldest world champion. This is one record that is an actual record in the boxing books. The oldest world champion ever is, we all know, is Bernard Hopkins at 49 years old. I got the list right here. I'm reading it. Excuse me. Okay? The longest KO streak, the longest streak of one nigga knocking niggas out, okay? That's a boxing record, Floyd, that you ain't touching. Okay? Goes to Wilfredo Gomez. Knocked out 32 motherfuckers in a row. The last 13 out of those 32 were world champions. Actual boxing record, Floyd. Your name ain't there. Okay? Now, the next one, defeated the most title holders, goes to none other, the man that you recently saw speaking in a Floyd Money Mayweather with a 23 fighters, 23 title holders he beat. He got that record. You can't take that. Me, nobody. Floyd got that one record. Okay? All right. The most unbeaten streaks, the 2 unbeaten streaks, meaning that you win a certain amount of fights without losing. Okay? And the fact that you've done it twice is a feat that is yet to be seen in boxing. Stop trying to shortchange real feats when you sitting there talking about, I had 300 fights, I had 700 fights, I had this many fights. Them niggas was real dogs. They're in the history. The motherfuckers you talking about, the 300 fights, them niggas is the ones in these record books, bro. Them the niggas in the record books. Okay? All right? Okay. But the person that had 2 unbeaten streaks with 60 or more fights, meaning they win 60 plus fights without a loss twice, goes to Willie Pep. Ain't no Floyd there. Most wins. It's an actual boxing record, dumbass. Most wins and bouts. It's an actual boxing record, Floyd. Why you trying to shit on the fucking sport that made you? Why you want to sit there talking about you want to give props to the ones that came before you, but you want to shit on these niggas? Because they had 400, 500, 700, whatever the fuck many fights, right? Okay, so the most wins and bouts goes to Lynn Wickwer. 467 fights. 339 of them was wins. I think that was the one record that me and Blood, he told me it was somebody else, but he wasn't supposedly recognized because of the era he fought in. I think that's where me and Blood Boxing is going to have to school, not just myself, but actually school you guys on the history books of boxing, okay? Because this shit here, no. That ain't the end all be all. Stop it, okay? For my fucking battery down. Let me keep this going for my battery down on your knees. Okay, so simultaneously, a real record, why you still talking about you the greatest of all time? Have you ever, Floyd, held simultaneously world titles at the same time in multiple divisions? Have you done that, Floyd? Have you? Why you saying you the greatest? Have you held simultaneously 3 world titles in 3 different divisions? Have you done it? No! How the fuck you the greatest of all time? Henry Armstrong was undisputed. Floyd, you ain't never been undisputed. Not never! But Henry Armstrong was undisputed at featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight at the same damn time. And you want to argue your one record? Get the fuck out of here, Floyd. Most KOs in boxing history goes to Billy Bird. 356 fights, 138 of them was knockouts. Okay? Most consecutive title defenses goes to none other than the late, great bronze bomber Joe goddamn Louis with 25 of them bitches. Most first round knockouts goes to Peter Meyer with 50. Out of his 135 fights, he knocked out 108 of them motherfuckers, and 50 of them bitches was in the first goddamn round. That's a world record in boxing. Floyd, you ain't touching that shit. Okay? Longest uninterrupted reign as a champion goes to who? I seen this nigga name now twice. Not you, Floyd. Your name ain't in the record books twice. This nigga name is, and that is, again, the late, great, bronze bomber, Joe Louis. 13 years and 3 months. 13 years. he reigned. 13 fucking years, bro. 13 years. Goddamn. 69 total fights in 13. Floyd, didn't you fight? You fought 20 years and you fought 50 times in 20 years. This nigga fought 69 times in 13. Shut up, Floyd. That's an actual accomplishment. Got me sweating in the motherfucker. Okay? Most times as undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Floyd, you can't even make motherfucking middleweight, let alone heavyweight. So the most times as undisputed heavyweight champion in the world goes to none other than the late, great Muhammad Ali with 3. Okay? Longest fight ever. Andy Bowen, Jack Burke, 1893, 110 round fights. That was a 7.5 hour fight, bro. Floyd, you ain't touching that because niggas ain't gonna never fight that goddamn long. The youngest world champion. The youngest world champion. Floyd, you touching that? Nope, you ain't touching that shit either. Youngest world champion goes to who? Wilfred Benitez. When was he world champion, DT3? He was 17 goddamn years old when he became world champion. Youngest ever to fucking never do it. Wilfred Benitez. Okay? Now, Floyd, since you talking this unbeaten shit, you always want to talk all this, I'm undefeated, and all y'all gonna go is on the world champion. Nah, shut up. Most fights unbeaten. It ain't you. The person that holds the record for the most fights most consecutive fights without a loss, meaning he maintained his 0, was Packy McFarland with 104 wins before he lost. Motherfucker won 104 times before he lost. Floyd, shut your ass up. Your name is only in the record books in one category. 1, you're not the greatest to ever do it. The person that you could probably argue to say he might have been the greatest to do it is probably Joe Louis. That nigga name in here twice. But for real, all these extra additive fake records y'all trying to put in the sport of boxing is cap. Cap. Floyd, you capping. You're not the greatest to ever do it. You are one of the best defensive fighters to ever do it. Are you one of the greats in the game? Yes. But to say that you're the of all time, throughout all of time, Floyd, you jawsing. You jawsing. You lying to the folk. And I'm here to keep motherfuckers honest. So anybody that want to come forth and feed me some bullshit, trust me. I got real niggas like blood boxing, retro boxing, and documentaries. That's gonna keep it honest. That's gonna keep it a buck with me. You understand me? I got niggas like Coach Malachi, Jay Beasley. I got real niggas that's gonna do real shit. Myron Magnus, Andrew Tuck, 3K the Bossman, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. Fight. You already know what it is. Boxing gyms. I got real niggas that do real shit. Floyd, you capping. You are capping, and the only reason why you could get away with that dumb fuck shit, because niggas don't know this shit. Niggas only know what they see. They ain't gonna do the research. They ain't gonna look the shit up. You capping, Floyd. Real rap. You're not the best to ever do it. You even said that you don't even care about being the best to ever put on a pair of gloves. You just cared about being the smartest and the richest. And you making the gate or making the most money, don't none of that shit equate to boxing records, bro. None of that shit. That's a personal ego trip that you trying to throw at motherfuckers. Oh, I made more money than niggas, so I'm better than them niggas. No, your money don't make you better than them, because a lot of these niggas that I've mentioned, like a Wilfred Benitez, and you know what I'm saying, even a Willie Pep, a lot of these niggas, bro, you couldn't even beat them on their worst day. These dudes ate, eat, slept, shit boxing, bro. These niggas fought, nigga, every day. Damn near. These niggas was fighting every week. Because that's how many fights these niggas got. These niggas wasn't fighting no once or twice a year. These niggas was fighting like fucking 50 times a year. Easy. And here you are want to come with your little 1, 2, 3 times a year fighting ass, want to try to talk shit about these niggas that came before you. And then at the same time, I want to say that you like to pay homage or you don't want to take nothing away from no fighter, but you taking away from the motherfuckers that came before you. You ain't putting no respect on B-Hop, no Refredo Gomez. You ain't put no respect on Willie Pep, Lynn Whitworth. You ain't put no respect on Henry Armstrong, Billy Bird, Joe Louis, Peter Mayer. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Andy Bowen, Jack Burke, Wilfred Benitez. You ain't putting no respect. Packy McFarland. You ain't putting no respect on these niggas' names. I ain't heard you say none of these niggas. Only nigga I heard you say that name was maybe Joe Louis and probably Muhammad Ali, and it wasn't no good shit that came out your fucking mouth, Floyd, when you was talking about these niggas. Shut up, Floyd. 100.